Hi friends, Matt Dog 2012 here, coming to you, or coming at you, coming from you, coming wherewithal, it's coming somewhere, with another edition of Why They're Good, a series in which I open a bunch of packs, go over the rares, and tell you why I think they're good, and maybe why I would put them in certain decks. So, this is the second video of that fat pack that I cracked open. I guess I jinxed myself in the first video where I opened a fat pack and said, hey, usually I get a bunch of mythics in a fat pack, and this time, obviously, got nothing so far. Although the Creature Bowl of Worlds is definitely a good pool and worth a lot more than a lot of stuff out there. So, looks like I'm getting a lot of duplicates here. So, Ronus' Last Stand. It costs 2 green, and you create a 5/4 green snake creature token, and then lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. Great card. If you draft this, run it 100%. You're going green. I don't care what you say or how you say it or what you call me. You are going green. If you play this on turn 2, you're in control of your destiny. So I would definitely run this anytime that I draft Mountain Full Art. 100%. Great card. Because at that point, I mean, you have a 5/4. Who cares if your lands don't untap? If you're turn 3 now, you got 1 extra land. Put out a small guy if you need to, and have him defend you from whatever. But you're definitely playing that 5/4 green snake token, and beating someone in the face. So second pack here. What do we got? Ooh, some survivors. Exerting's fun. So Nimble Obstructionist. He's cost 3, so 2 colorless and a blue for a bird wizard. That's a 3/1. Sorry about that. With flash, flying, and cycling. Oh man, he's got a lot of stuff going on. So flash. So let's take a look at this. When you cycle him, counter target activated or triggered ability you don't control. So that's great if someone wants to, I don't know, pump someone up, and they say, hey, I'm gonna, as I attack, I'm gonna pump this guy. No, you cycle him and you make that stop. Or if nothing happens, you have 3 untapped mana, including 1 blue at the end of your turn. Flash them in right before your opponent ends their turn, and you now have someone that doesn't have Summoning Sickness when your turn starts. I think this is a great card. I would definitely run this. It has so many abilities and so much good. Oops, sorry, I'm just so excited. I'm hitting the camera here. So much good flavor text in here that I would definitely run this card in a flying deck. And I would definitely. Actually, I'm thinking about standard. I am trying to build a blue-white standard deck. I'd run him. I'd tap that, and I'm gonna in the face. So what do we got here? Is that a ooh? All right. So solemnity. Players can't get counters. Counters can't be put on artifacts, enchantments, or lands. Wow. This is great in EDH against a stupid infect deck. So you can't get an infect counter, which is great. That kind of nullifies that, and it just goes back to regular damage. Counters can't be put on creatures, enchantments, or lands. So this is really to kind of combat one of the gods out there that will put counters on creatures, and then a lot of the creatures that come in and then automatically put counters on your dudes. So this is a pretty good enchantment. I mean, if you're running white and need creature protection, this is I would run this if especially or sideboard it in, definitely sideboard, just to make sure that someone is not putting counters on your stuff, because that sucks. You don't want counters on your stuff, especially if it's negative. So if there's a way to put a +1/+1 counter, that's kind of the downfall of this one. You can't put a +1 counter on anything because you can't put counters on your creatures. So that's kind of awful. And we got a foil rare, Hazoret's Undying Fury. So 6, 4 colorless and 2 red. It says shuffle your library, then exile the top 4 cards. You may cast any number of non-land cards with converted mana cost 5 or less from among them without paying your mana costs. Land you control don't untap during your next untap step. So this is kind of a kamikaze move. So you're shuffling, you're exiling the top 4, and then if you get lucky and there's some creatures there, or enchantments or artifacts, you can just automatically throw them out if they're 5 or less. But your lands don't untap. So I would say in Commander, I might run this. in standard or even draft. I mean, if you really get in a bind, in a pinch, maybe. But what are you going to get at that point? You're going to hope for a 3-drop or a 4-drop, or maybe a 5-drop, but you're really only running 1 or 2. So I don't know personally if I'd run this in any sort of standard or draft, but commander maybe, and that's a strong maybe. So what do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comment section down below, and subscribe if you want more content. I'll catch you guys later.